Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Sakura Succubus 7. My name is MS-Punker1. Last video we got awoken from our sleep by a beauty, a good-looking girl who just stood there or was there somewhere. And after, for some reason, talking to ourselves for a while. I know it was the game's way to explain everything to us as the player but if we're gonna go by the in-game universe, he was just talking and thinking to himself. When we went out to the kitchen and found another girl standing there and making breakfast for us. Her own personal maid, even if she isn't really working for us, but still. Our pancakes consumed, Elizabeth makes a start on the washing up. She washes the dishes swiftly but effectively, and once finished she once more takes her place at the table. With busy work as Elizabeth termed it finished for the present, at least, Elizabeth then says, "That's fair enough. Stefania, as you said, has never been to Japan before in her life. In fact, I'm sure if she's ever left Astoria. She's a huge fan of Japan and its culture. It makes sense that the world want to... but she would want to maximize her time here. I unfortunately am not the best at planning out vacations. Before making connections with Marina, which offered me some leverage in the office, I was afforded too little free time. I hardly even went out. When I wasn't at work, I was asleep, and when I wasn't asleep, I was at work. I know about a few tourist locations, but most of Tokyo's charms remains a mystery to me. I want to know where to take Stefania without an intensive amount of research. As such, I decided to offset some of the responsibility of I decided to offset some of the responsibility of playing tour guide onto a woman who knows Tokyo far better than I do. Okay, I was reading the first thing wrong there before. This woman is none other than Cosmos Moretti. Cosmos' job sent us around taking photographs of herself in all kinds of locations. Cute cafes, hotel rooms, and hot springs, to name a few. Cosmos also vlogs her day-to-day life and posts these as videos on MyTube. Her follow me around videos get a lot of views as she films herself in theme parks, aquariums, and shopping centers. Cosmos is intimately familiar with all the most popular locations in Tokyo. Intimately. If anybody's qualified to be Stefania's guide during her stay in Japan, she is. Stefania, who was notified about my plans ahead of time, looks to the clock on the wall with expectation. You aren't jealous that I be spending time with her? She's an interesting woman, if nothing else. I don't have an issue with Cosmos' line of work, but maybe Stefania and Elizabeth would disapprove of it. Stefania isn't a judgmental person, but she is royalty. I'm concerned that Cosmos might be a bit too much for her to handle. Part of me thought it might be better to enlist Ifumi's help in this enterprise instead. Or maybe Marina's, but the both of them were too busy with their own work to take the time off to see Stefania. Cosmos was the only member of my something I can't read again, sorry. On my harem, let's say that. Really available. I'm glad she agreed to help out, given I called at such a short notice. But I do have to wonder if everything will be okay. I'm busy pondering this when... Oh? Where did she come from? My front door opens and everybody's favorite cat at the Succubus enters. Just walking in. She's ditched the short shorts she usually wears and the Daniel's cheerleader outfit she donned before my departure to Astoria. And instead she's gone for a more normal outfit. Well, normal by Cosmos standards, at least. She's still wearing those catgirl she loves to so much, but she coupled them with clothes that don't look too ill-suited for winter. She's wearing a purple vest with a coat and a matching denim skirt. This attire is significantly less showing than Cosmos' cosplay outfits. I'm relieved she's not come in a bunny outfit or a nurse's uniform though perhaps part of me is a little disappointed about that. Oh well. I'm glad Cosmos took my memo to heart and dressed a bit more conveniently for Stefania's sake. My worries might have been in vain, however, because Stefania doesn't look at all put out by Cosmos' appearance. Instead, smiling, Stefania says, Cossetti? I frown. That's a bit of a strange nickname, isn't it? And French revolutions. No, it was just a lucky guess. I can only hope for Cosmos's sake this intriguing fan of hers doesn't want to see her dressed in drags while singing wistfully about wanting to live in a castle or on a cloud. Is that supposed to be a hint or to something? I miss it if it is. Don't think that's a really friendly nickname, but sure. No, you shouldn't. No, you both me and Elizabeth. No, you absolutely should not. It's not a normal thing to call people either. Cosmos's idea of what constitutes normalcy is a bit different to most people's. Have those two just started competing in trying to one up one another in how much we can praise Stefania? Cosmos smiles coyly. Don't go bad, Cosmos. Right. Now that you're here, Cosmos, and we all getting along, do you want to head out? Yeah, it's probably a good thing that we stopped her. I'm sure there's a lot you wish to do during your trip to Japan, isn't there, Steffi? Ouch. Now that's scatting. Something, sorry. Even coming from you. At least try hard loser is better, I suppose, than furry degenerate. Cat ears kind of dangerous, yeah, but they step below wearing collars, tails, and crawling around on all fours at least. Jeez. I smile as I watch the fun and Cosmos bicker, amused by the back and forth nature of their arguments. I was worrying before Cosmos arrived that she and Stefania mightn't get along, owing to how different their upbringings are. But I can see I was mistaken. Either that or both of them are just so airheaded that no man ever realize what is going on. Cosmos is so kind she can get along with anybody. Well, almost anybody. The day has yet to properly commence, but I'm quietly optimistic as to how it progresses. I'm sure with Cosmos leading the way, we have a great time. It's hard to know not to have fun when she's around. Cosmos announces cheerfully as our small party arrives at our destination. The cute cafe Cosmos and I have frequented on numerous occasions. Yeah, isn't this where we had our first date? This cafe was the first place actually that Cosmos and I had a proper conversation. I actually met Cosmos on the train during my commute to work, but we didn't really talk back then. I was It wasn't until Cosmos took me to this cafe that I was able to get a proper look at her. Thus while we were sitting about one of these tables, Cosmos chewing down on an ice cream sardine. And Cosmos decided she wanted to make me her boyfriend. It was almost a year ago now, and I can scarcely imagine my life without Cosmos now. As it all these games now, these 7 games have more or less taken place all over 1 year. We've been through an awful lot together, from an unplanned jaunt to the Succubus realm, to a holiday at August's fancy beach house. It's been a while since we came back to this cafe together, and it's steeped in nostalgia. I can't help but feel sentimental as I glance about at the familiar decor. Stefania, however, has no such associations with this cafe, fond or otherwise. She's never been here before. It's all quite new to her, as is indicated by her look of surprise. They are, if we're talking specifically about nerd culture, maybe. Well, Japan might be synonymous with maid cafes overseas. Most Japanese people do not, in fact, make a point of frequenting venues such as these. They considered kind of embarrassing, actually. I know I never would have come here were it not for Cosmos' insistence. Despite the way I look, I know my glasses aren't particularly fashionable. I'm not waist deep in the mire that is nerd culture, not like Cosmos. I don't watch anime, don't read manga, save for a few popular fighting series that I loved as a kid. And I certainly don't read lewd visual novels that feature scantily clad heroines. Well, good thing you aren't in a visual novel that does or have the exact things you just described. My tastes have always been more pedestrian, normie, if you will. I'm passionate about photography. I used to dabble in music, and I enjoy converting carbon dioxide into oxygen. All told, I'm incredibly average. At least I was before meeting a harem of succubi. Now I'd be hard-pressed to call myself average, but my interests remain fairly standard. I can't deny that the maids who work in this cafe are pretty cute though. Their short skirts reveal a lot more skin than Elizabeth's own demure, black and white attire. It does. And she ruffled headpieces are a particularly nice touch. I'm not so stuck up. I consider myself above appreciating a pretty maid every once in a while. No, not really. It's not that common. Of course not. Why are you asking me that? You're not a tourist. You live in Japan. Though, if I were here, I'm sure she'd say something scatting to the tune of Does Cosmos live in Japan? I thought she lived here in her own fantasy land. I don't always agree with you, but the fixtures you conjured up in my mind's eye might have a point there. I think your tastes are just unique. Now I'm getting curious. Don't tell me you only eat at maid cafes. Why, you ask? I frown. The waitresses at these places might be cute, I guess. But the food is always subpar. It's nothing so special and it's overpriced for what it is. When you come to a place like this, you're paying for the experience rather than the actual food. It's fine every once in a while, but eating out all the time must be expensive, mustn't it? Now that seems like a pretty dangerous way of thinking. I guess it's a good thing Cosmos is such a popular social media star, or she'd be in real danger of bankrupting herself in her eternal pursuit of knee socks and white aprons. We admit the food here is subpar. Not completely, at least. You're probably not wrong about that. Jeez. Even if Fumi dressed up as a maid before to appease me, So her maid outfit was more traditionally Japanese than the Western style get-up maids in this cafe sporting. I'm sure a lot of people would be offended if they heard you say that. A sigh. What about our country's rich history? Our beautiful temples? Our verdant forests and majestic hills? Guess all that is irrelevant to cosmos. Forget all of our cultural landmarks and our geographic wonders. Maids are where it's all at. Well, since one of those of said mates is standing right beside you. This seems like a bit of a hypocritical complaint, given the cutouts at the side of Elizabeth's own outfit, but I don't mention that. Elizabeth looks so perturbed. I'm afraid any attempts to call her out on her hypocrisy would meet with a nasty glare. I've been on the receiving end of Elizabeth's glares a few times, and it's not a pleasant experience. Elizabeth might be a maid, but she's a little scary. Elizabeth exhales. She being jealous, is that why? Oh. I'm starting to feel a little afraid on behalf of the maids assembled in this cafe. Cosmos only brought Stefania and Elizabeth here for a bit of fun, but it looks like Elizabeth's taking this way very, very seriously. How will she react? I wonder if the unlucky maid assigned to serving us makes a mistake. I almost dread to think of it. Okay, but I think that will be it for this video. So, hope you liked it. And if you did so, leave a like to it as usual. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.